it's so interesting when you think about your life like a video game. Okay,
Mhm.
so when you when we were in like university, right? Like, they were playing like Sims, and it was like that's cool to watch another person do the thing. Like if you play Sims in the house, you can learn like skills, but all you have to do is you have to put your sim in that thing. Like let's say play guitar, so put the sim to play guitar, and then you wait for the bar to load. Okay,
Mhm.
and then like over time, you could speed up the time so like it goes faster, but really you're just trying to max out the skills for your sim. Okay. Um, Shout out to your brother for this because I was like, oh, you're actually watching that develop into a thing. So he had been going to like climbing twice a week. Like he committed to it and he's going for the yoga, but then he started climbing. And then I climbed with him like I think like last week, and he was consistently hitting V2s. But in the beginning, he couldn't even get a V0. Like he was like falling off, like his grip wasn't there. But then watching him climb the V2s, I was like, oh, dude, you literally got better. Like I watched your skill build. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? And like then with the boxing, I was like, okay, well, let's get back into boxing because like I want to do some training too, but not like he's not holding for me. I'm just like teaching him, and when I when I see like the slight changes too, it's so interesting. You're like, oh, you're literally getting better, and I'm like, we are literally video games, bro. You
Oh.
just have to put in the XP time. That's it. You know,
Yeah.
like when they're like, oh, I'm gonna go farm out XP to like
Mhm.
level up my character, and then you could fight the boss. And we
Yeah.
never think of it like that. You're just like, oh yeah, it's just like I'm just gonna go to the gym or I'm gonna go do this thing. But like literally, they say in jujitsu it's like time on the mats, right? But time on the mats is just like you're farming your XP.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like I just need
Yeah.
to learn how to move in this direction. I need to like feel this balance. And the more experience points you have, that's literally what XP stands for, experience
Yeah.
points, you know? And then you hit a new level and you're like, oh dude, you can hit these now. Like he's not even on V0 anymore. It's like straight V2s. He's like
Mhm.
encroaching on V3, which is like where I'm at. And it's like that that obvious jump is so fascinating to me. And it's like that is the secret to life. I really think so. Because if you just keep doing the thing, you keep farming the XP in that specific direction, you're gonna get better at it. But a
Mhm.
lot of people just like get bogged down by like the progress of it.
Yeah, I think the time, right?
Yeah. No, wait. I have one more, not just time, but keep going about the time. The
Um,
time.
well, that's what they say. Like, all these people that put or like to have like is it New Year's resolution, but a lot of them
Mm,
stop after the first month. Well, because you have to continue doing it because you're not seeing it. The progress won't happen within 1 month, right?
yeah.
There will be some change, but you have to stay consistent towards it in order to actually have long term change
Yeah.
on it. Yeah.
100%. And you know what you're right about the time, but the thing that makes the time so painful is your mind.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
if you know what I'm saying, like if I tell you to hold your breath for a minute, oh, a minute's gonna feel like forever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I tell you to like play this game for 1 minute only, you're like, dude, I didn't even get past the loading screen,
Yeah.
right? Time is fully relative, right? It's just your mind like jumping into that thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I love martial arts because it is a way to watch your mind in a reactive state.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're doing other things like I'm sewing, you can't really see your irritation, right? But if you're doing martial arts, it's like you get upset, and it's not for me, right? And this is a psychoanalysis for your brother. I know he's gonna listen to this, so like this is a great breakdown of it. Because I kept telling him, I'm like, I'm not even reprimanding you, bro. You're reprimanding you. Because like he'd mess up on the combo, he's like, oh, blah, 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 and then like he'd go on like a 1 minute tangent about how he sucks, and I'm like, no, just do it again. And then like, da da da, and then he'd like mess up one time, and then he'd go on like now 30 second later they're getting shorter, but like he's still going on these tangents. I'm like, you notice I'm not I'm just going, hey, nice, good job. That's the one. That's the one. Good job. Keep going. Right. But like him pausing to reprimand himself messes up. It takes away time. Right. But also it messes up your, uh, like your feedback on yourself. That's your self talk. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, it's because I'm a teacher. And like, that's all we do. We like reprimand. You got the answer wrong. You know what I'm saying? But like when I teach, I've noticed this even when I teach like jujitsu and stuff. It's always just positive reinforcement. I got that from EMA. Shout out EMA. You guys taught me how to teach, and it's just like you can either. It's like if you classically condition a dog, right? Or no,
Mhm.
not classic condition. It's like positive reinforcement. So every time they do something right, you say good job. But then every time that you do something wrong, oh, let's do it again. It's
Mhm.
not like
Right.
there's no negative there. It's like either we do it again or good job. Keep
Mhm.
emulating that. Let's do it again. Okay, right? And doing those moments of like me being like don't even say anything, just do it again. Just do it again. Just do it again. It's like you're learning how to stop the thought and just do it again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Rather than being like, oh, I suck, because that's a lot of negativity you're placing on yourself. You're adding weights, right? Just like, don't even add the weight. Just rep it again. Okay,
Mhm.
you messed up, rep it again. You didn't even see it as messed up. Just rep it again, rep it again, rep it again, right? And like, I got this once from this guy. I showed up at a seminar, it's like stick fighting seminar. And then this dude, he won't listen to this podcast, but he was like, "Oh, you're probably gonna go climb after or something." And like, because they're like, the one guy there was like, "Oh, are you tired?" And then he's like, "Yeah, I'm tired." And then he's like, "But this guy's probably gonna go climb." And I laughed. I was like, "I actually climbed before coming to the thing, right?"
Right.
And some days I get like really burnt out, like from
Mhm.
my schedule, because it's just like go, go, go. Like, all right, work, martial arts, climb, martial arts, work. It's always like a repetitive thing, and it's like it's not. It's only difficult when I think about it.
Mhm.
But I'm just like, oh, 7, time to go. Oh, this, time to go. I've like cut out the that self talk and just moved, right?
Right.
And because I'm just moving, it's like that you're just farming XP. I go to jiu-jitsu, farm XP.
Mhm.
Okay, go to this Arnie's class, farm XP. And then you're like, dude, you're so good at these things, but it's like, no, I'm just farming XP all the time. I'm
Yeah.
not thinking
Right.
about the thing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Right? And then you can do certain things to distract yourself, like music, or like you just like need a reset. You don't even need like a full day reset. You just need like, I'll just listen to 3 songs and then I'll feel better.
Right.
But it's
Yeah. Yeah.
really
Yeah.
like, it's really just the farming. And I think that it really hit me watching your brother do this because I'm like, for myself, I'm like, am I just good at martial arts? Am I just good at like doing these things? And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just farming more XP than other people.
Mhm.
And it's just like, if you look at it like that, it's like, who's farming more XP? Then you just want to go to the gym and be like, oh, dude, I got to farm XP.
Right. Yeah.
Right? And that's like the video game analogy. When I say
Mhm.
like just play
Mhm.
it like a video game, it's like, yeah, of course you can like choose, do whatever you want, but at the same time, it's like just farm the XP, bro. You know?
Yeah.
But I
No. Yeah.
really think that's the secret of life, right? It's like,
Mhm.
oh, how'd they get so good at presenting? They just farm more XP,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. No, it's true. Yeah. I think that's um more experience. You're going to be always better at it. That's just
Right?
yeah. That's
But we
default.
don't
But
think
we
we think of
yeah.
it so hard. You're like, oh, you gotta. So that's a lot of experience, man. Damn. But it's like, no, just
But I think you're right
farm
though,
XP,
and
bro.
I think we understand that. I think we're not understanding the other aspect, which is the negative influence that you are putting on
That's
yourself.
it.
I think that's the main
That's
thing.
it.
Yeah, I think that's what
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Right. And
Mhm.
then you're like, dude, my body's like beat up. Like when I do these things, it's not
Mhm.
like I'm not tired. Because people are like, dude, you have so much energy. I'm like, no, I'm just not giving myself negative self talk. Right.
Mhm.
So like your brother got tired, and I was like, oh, you're done. He's like, yeah, yeah, I'm done for today. And I'm like, okay. But I could have kept going. If
Mhm.
it was me, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go do this next. I'm gonna do this next. Of course, I'm tired, but it's like, no, I'm farming the XP. And then you're like, oh, my body's. There was one time. So, my old martial arts instructor, shout out Michael, he was the best. He pushed us to do 3 classes in a row. So we did one, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna go home now?" And I was like, "Ah." He's like, "Come on, you do one more." And then we did one more. And he's like, "Oh, it's one last class. You might as well just do the last one." I was like, "Oh, you're right, right." I went home that day and I felt like I got hit by a truck. I literally was like so sore. I had to take Advil to go to sleep. I was like, my full body was in pain, right? But it's like,
Mhm.
yeah, but that's like the leveling up process. And then the next day I was like, oh, I'm conditioned better. And then now like I can just keep going. But it's like you need to break through those moments of pain. Like of course it's gonna hurt, but you're
Mhm.
not going to like rip, although my shoulder is still quite hurt. But I think that's like a different issue. But like it's like the body can take a lot more than you think. And I
Mhm.
think that's the other thing. It's like with the negative self talk, you're like, oh, this hurts me. I shouldn't do this again. Oh, like I could barely walk the next day, right? Like if you do squats, let's say, your legs are going to be so like
Sure.
thrashed.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
oh, dude, I can't even walk. Oh, but it's like, no, that's just a part of it. And then you get better. And then you're like, oh, okay, it's less painful. It's less painful. It's less painful. But like, that that fear there,
Mm-hmm.
it's like oh, like it will go away, and it's not actually a detriment to you. It's a detriment in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
yeah, that sucked, but like tomorrow I'll feel better. You're
Mm-hmm.
not actually hurt. You know?
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, now take this another level deeper. So
Mm.
like, how do you apply this to your life? And that's the craziest part about it too, because it's like, okay, yeah, martial arts. Martial arts for me is like a vehicle towards like life development because it's like a microcosm of the macrocosm. If you can do it in martial arts, you can do it in real life.